Hello everyone, welcome to Ops on Cloud. Let's discuss about the second Kubernetes interview question in this video. So let's read the question. How do you ensure API server availability in high traffic environment? Actually, this is one of the most frequently asked Kubernetes interview questions. So, if you are somebody who is applying for interviews like below 5 years of experience range, right? So, you might get this interview questions very frequently. Okay, this is not an advanced level question, it's like a beginner to intermediate level question. So, somebody who is applying for mid level experience range, right? You can expect this. So, yeah, let's quickly start so basically, first part I'll give you the short answer. So, for example, if this question is asked in interviews where like if it's like 30 minutes call or anywhere less than 30 minutes call, right? So then you can give the short answer. So if it is like 1 hour or 90 minutes interview, then they might want you to explain in detail. At that time, I will give you in the second part. Okay. So the short answer for this is see, basically, what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to run multiple API servers, replicas across different availability zones. Okay, this is for cloud, and if it is on-prem, it is across different data centers. Okay, and in the front end, we need to have a load balancer, and we need to make sure that we tune our etcd inside Kubernetes for high read and write throughputs. Okay, and we should also make sure that the capacity sizing of our nodes with CPU, memory, and IOPS are done properly. This is how we need to make sure that high availability of API servers in Kubernetes. So let's try to dig deeper. This is for lengthier interviews. Okay, so for example, I mean, like in my case, I will take an example of Azure Kubernetes service to go in deeper. Okay, so in Azure Kubernetes service, right? See, basically, I mean, there are multiple aspects in Kubernetes. Okay, so first I will talk about managing the control plane in AKS. See, basically in Azure Kubernetes service, the Kubernetes control plane, whatever is there, right, it is managed by Microsoft, which is Azure. Okay, so this means that Azure will automatically handle the deployments, the scaling, and the maintenance of the API server and its components for you. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. But for your understanding purpose, typically what Azure will do is behind the scenes, they would have configured an active replications across multiple zones. Okay, so that would actually increase the resiliency, against if there's any zone specific failures, right? So that would increase the resiliency. And one more thing is, like, by default, Microsoft will provide the SLAs for the Kubernetes API server for us. So again, you don't have to worry much about it until and unless if you have something running on your on-premise environment, then the story is different. Okay, and the second part is, like, how do you handle this multi-zones or multi-region deployments? See, basically what we are doing is when we create our Azure Kubernetes cluster, right, we need to basically distribute our worker nodes across like multiple availability zones, even though a specific control plane will be managed. Okay, so because of this, what happens is the worker nodes are there, right? If it is spread across multiple zones, then the overall availability of your applications will increase actually. Okay, and also you just need to make sure that you need to deploy your if I mean like your Kubernetes cluster in different regions. So basically, you can use strategies like geo distributed load balancing, all those things. For that, in Azure, you can use services like Azure Front Door or Traffic Manager. So basically, that helps you to, achieve it. Okay, that is one thing. And the other thing is, like, with respect to the load balancers, see, basically, we need to expose the API server. Okay, and when we expose it, right, we can integrate with application gateway or Azure front door. Okay, this will basically help us to do this load balancing, and also the global routing, whatever is there, right, even those things can be achieved. Okay, that is one of the benefit. And one more thing is like this etcd tuning, whatever we discussed very at the very beginning, right? Even there, okay. So in aks what happens is the etcd is there, right? We can, if we are managed, for example, if you have your own managed control plane, right? So then what we can do is we can use like some kind of like high performance managed disk, mainly like premium SSDs for our etcd storage. So why? Because it has like much capability for IOPS, and also we need to make sure that we have enough CPU utilize, I mean like resources that is being assigned for the node that carries the etcd. Okay, so this is some of the, I mean like tuning part which we can do for etcd side. Okay, so I have also created a diagram, I mean like assuming that it helps you guys. So yeah, this is how it works.